Greetings, it's Fire Chief Johnny Menifee. I just want to wish everyone a wonderful holiday season, and I have a couple tips for you as always to remember during the holidays. First, we're going to be cooking. We're going to be cooking those turkeys and baking pies and so forth. Want to make sure that everyone's being careful in the kitchen. Remember, kitchen fires are still our number 2 causes of fires in homes. So I want to remind everyone to remain vigilant, not leave pots on the stoves, things unattended, having things around your stove that can catch on fire. The best thing is just make sure that you're just paying attention and that you don't get caught up in too much in the holiday spirit where you forget about actually what's going on at hand about cooking. So that's a real thing. Fireplaces, we got to remember when we get rid of the ashes in the fireplaces that we always remember to dispose of them properly. And we can't forget about candles. Oh, don't get me started on candles. Candles, I understand. They look great in the holidays. They make the house smell great, but they're also something that you cannot leave unattended. That is fire that is lit with these candles, and animals that knock them over, or you just forget that they're lit and you go off to the store right quick, or go off to do a different function, and bad things can happen. So I just want to remind you, don't leave candles unattended. And if you can, there are some alternatives to using candles. They have battery operated candles that give you the same type of light. I know it's not exactly the same thing, but it's so much safer and better for everybody in the community. So I just want to make sure that you watch out for that time of year. And if you can, check on your neighbor. A safe community that's together, the community that's together is a safe community. And like always, if you see something, you should say something. It's better that we come out and we check and we make sure everybody's okay, then we have to come and if we would have gotten here a couple minutes sooner or a little earlier. So just reminding you in this holiday season, the biggest thing is that when you're watching these or messing around with these phones, just be vigilant to make sure that you're paying attention to what you're doing at hand, whether it's in the kitchen, whether you're in the where you mess with your fireplace or got candles, and like always, just remember to check on your loved ones and have a great holiday season. Before I forget, I do want to mention I had the privilege of giving a couple of awards at the recent council meeting. So we had a 10-year-old girl, Eris Carter. Pleasant resident for our great city, and I'm just so happy that she was able to join us. So Eris alerted her mother to a possible fire in her condominium complex. I mean, this is a 7-unit complex. Actually, the owners of the unit was not home, and because she alerted her mother, they were able to call 911. Get the fire department coming and save a lot of damage to the other apartments. I mean, we did have a lot of damage in the apartment that caught on fire, but we saved 6 other units, which was amazing. And she's just a pleasant person to meet, and hopefully some of these the award that we gave her, honored her with, will help her get a couple badges with her Girl Scouts with that. So it was just a great event, as well as our council people and other elected officials. They had a chance to go through Fire Ops 101. So Fire Ops 101, the Oakway Fire Chiefs and your unions from 13 from us and actually it's 10 other departments. Actually, they put on a day in the life of a firefighter so that elected officials can see what it's like to be a firefighter. They get to extricate a vehicle. They get to put out a car fire. They get to put out a fire in a building. They go through an active assailant situation, see how to do CPR and how it is to do it in the back of a rig, all while wearing fire gear and the breathing apparatus, the the whole nine. So it's a day in the life of a fireman. And as congratulations, the unions actually buy their helmets, and I was able to present them with their helmets at the council meeting. So another thing about just a great day, a great event in collaboration between the firefighters, the unions, and elected officials that came out and participated in this. We do this every year in October, and so it was really a great honor to present them with their helmets and being involved and willing to come out and get involved and see what the firefighters do day in and day out. So once again, that's Fire Chief Johnny Menifee, and I just want to wish you a happy holiday season. So
We'll be making the first two, the Good Samaritan Award, and then also presenting helmets to the Fire Ops 101 participants.
face them forward. Okay, come on back a little bit. There you go. You're ready. All right, here we go. Good evening, Council. Good evening. And see the mayor, City Administrator, visitors and friends of Southfield. I'm Fire Chief Johnny Menifee, and today I have the honor of giving a Good Samaritan Award to Eris Carter. Eris Carter she's in the 5th grade at K through 8 Thompson Elementary Academy, and she enjoys art and part of the Girl Scouts. And hopefully, the awards you're going to receive this evening will help you get some more badges or patches. Badges? Is that the correct? Badges for your Girl Scouts. So earlier this year, I was alerted to what Ms. Carter has done, what Eris has done, is when she noticed the smell of smoke in her condo complex. This condo complex has a 7-unit complex with there, and she alerted her mother. Without hesitation, they started investigating. They found that the smoke detectors were going off in one of the bottom units. They started investigating, but they didn't stop there. First thing they did was they alerted 911 to get the ball rolling. As they were waiting and seeing what was happening, they noticed that one of the bottom units was on fire. I did pull the report to look at it, that there was actually smoke and flame showing when the first arriving vehicle arrived on scene. But it's because of the quick action and alertness of see something, say something that Eris did that alerted the fire department. Now, the unit that was on fire had tremendous loss. There was a tremendous fire damage loss to that unit, but 6 other units were saved because of her actions. So today, because of her actions and her not afraid to speak up and say something and protecting her community, that she saved a lot of property and possible death of people in the other units by alerting her mother. So today, it's the Southfield Fire Department's Award of Good Samaritan to Eris Carter for quick response and awareness, alerting her mother, ensuring the timely evacuation and notification of the fire department. Her actions played a critical role in preventing what would have been a catastrophic event. So I want to give you your award. I also want to give you one of my... If I could have the following members of council step forward for me. Can I have Councilwoman Hogue, Councilwoman Haynes, Councilman Hicks, Deputy HR Director Dr. Calhoun, Deputy City Attorney Pruitt, and also our superintendent of schools, Dr. Green. If you please just come over. Come over here. Come on, get in the light. Come on. On next batch. Come over here.
Okay, the chief doesn't.
Right. Here we go. So, okay. So, these individuals were, I put a call out action to join us for Fire Ops 101. So what Fire Ops 101 is, it's the Oakway Fire Chiefs. It's 11 communities. It's Birmingham, Bloomfield Township, Farmington Hills, Ferndale, Independence Township, Madison Heights, Rochester Hills, Royal Oak, Waterford, and West Bloomfield, of course, and the center of it all, Southfield. So the Oakway Chiefs and the local fire unions, which the fire unions purchased these helmets that were going to be presented to our elected and appointed officials today, but they do a day in the life of a firefighter. They get to put on and don all the fire gear. They wear the breathing apparatus, our self-containing breathing apparatus, and they get to actually experience what a firefighter experiences day in and day out. They got to experience extrication using the jaws of life and cutting up a vehicle. They put out a car fire. They went through, they fought a commercial fire inside of a building. They had a hazardous material incident where it was a white powder incident. They had to identify what that is. They had an active assailant with actually downed victims and had to get the victims out of there, as well as a special response type of hazmat and the capabilities. If, say, like a window washer on the side of a building, if they have a medical emergency and we have to go up there and get them. So they got to experience that in real time. I mean, I can't say that they just met the bare minimum. They exceeded my expectations of being involved, as well as being able to collaborate with other elected officials. I think it was a true good experience with them, and because of their spirit and wanting to do this and being involved, we want to present them with the helmet as a take-home, as a keepsake for everything that you did. And we really thank you on behalf of the Oakway Chiefs and the unions who actually purchased the helmets for you. I want to make sure that everyone gets their helmets. We kind of customize it to Southfield with their names on it and everything, but let's start with Councilman Hogue. Councilman Hicks. Okay. Dr. Calhoun. And last but not least, Dr. Green. I also like to say with Dr. Green, we have this fire academy at the high school. I believe we have, 12? Is it 12? We have 12 individuals in the school this year. We just graduated last year. Our first graduate of the Fire Academy with State of Michigan certification. The program keeps growing each year, but it's because of the collaboration that we have with the schools and so forth. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and from the fire department, from the Oakway Chiefs and the unions for participating. I was worried, but I know you had a little hesitation at first of just what you're getting into, but I appreciate everything that you did and that you're coming out. It means a lot that you came out for the firefighters to work with you and see what they do day in and day out. So I thank you. Let's get it.
Congratulations to everyone participating in this event.